9,100 people here. Welcome in, guys.
Stream Elements. Snowy Noe 1971 is now live. Streaming Just Chatting. Chill stream tracking major winter storm could bring ice and snow. Wisebot. Live online under the category Just Chatting. The uptime begins.
We want to start this hour in the ice on Beast. It's moving through this winter storm. It's not driving by itself. We got two people in that vehicle early driving down to the scene where we have seen power outages skyrocket. Temperatures close to that freezing.
Freaking down, Frankie.
Yeah, we're going to Tip City. Going to Tip City, chat. You guys are just joining us. Welcome in, guys. We're headed up the West.
Yeah, I mean, well, I know he has to focus. It's just, I'm looking at what you're saying. Obviously, the weight of the trees, the tree limbs that are down, but also the ground. Is it slushy? Is it icy? Is it both?
So it's interesting. We're actually seeing the results of all the preparation overnight and yesterday, where they obviously salted as much as they possibly could. But we are in the warmest part of today, right? It's 33 and dropping. And so right now it's slushy. Right now it's dropped. We're driving on basically wet roads. But you can already see as we get into areas of the subdivision that are a little bit less traveled, we've already
Maybe if we go to Columbus, we can pick up the storm.
There's a big tree on the right there. Power lines coming down. Nobody has
City
power.
all morning long.
That's not. The driving conditions are only going to worsen as all that cold air arrives that you were referring to earlier.
That's what we're really concerned with because, yeah, I mean, Nick, the cold weather advisory that we have, it goes into Monday and it'll linger for some into Tuesday. So we've got that cold air that we're waiting on. I'm wondering,
town Tip City
how you guys
Jackie,
are
welcome to
navigating.
Only
We've got
Storms. Thank you for becoming a member.
Nearly 90% of Davidson County without power. I don't know if there's any way to indicate. What are your thoughts on these homes? Are they without power?
Yes. So yesterday was really talking about the falling snow and stuff. This morning it's definitely about the silence. Everything is without power. Every business is either for driving safety concerns or because there is no power. Probably both, honestly, right? All the traffic lights are out. All the businesses having to remain closed.
Look at that lawn. It looks like an ice rink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, we got people waving.
Let's
go.
Looks like
I think we got it.
It is, and you brought up the snow because that's what's interesting too. We talk about
Yep,
the
everyone has been
chaotic
talking in my
setup
chat all
and
morning about
conflicting
how-
air masses. Nashville did have snow, pure snow yesterday, right? Then we saw a little bit of a switch through the sleet, and then more
Nice and
recently
little.
it's been the freezing rain.
Yes. And
Town
you
Tip
can
City
definitely
is.
see
I'm
where,
interested to go see.
as it got cold,
Yeah, Tip City's a nice town.
when we were driving through, we tried to make it all
where's
the
that
way through
McDonald's?
Clarksville yesterday, and in the back roads in particular, there were multiple sections where if you didn't keep your tires in the
It's a
tire
safe
track,
lane, man.
the car
Then let's go get us some food.
preceded you, you were taking your life into your own hands for as that freezing rain started to hit the ground. As soon as the sun went down, we lost all that solar energy. Everything started to really freeze up.
You did mention just a bit ago, Nick, that this is the warmest part of the storm. We are very close to freezing. Might just be a couple of degrees. I think we're coming upon what looks to be a pretty significant tree that's down just off on the right. I mean, the risk of these trees falling on the power lines and even homes, it's
Yeah,
great.
mine
Does
went
that
to
mean
not
those
crack,
drops
but
that
now
we're
that
seeing
it's
on the
released, as long
windshield?
as it can like
What are your
stop
thoughts?
cracking
You think that's
and
what
not
you're
like
doing?
get really bad, now I just feel
Fortunately for us,
entirely
it's amazing
guilty
what you're happy for, right? When you get in a situation like this.
for
It's wet
driving
water,
in
which is great.
softballs come like
It's
April.
probably like 33, 34 degree water. Balmy. I'll take it all day. But
See if
like
I
I said,
can't
as
get a
those
power
temperatures
car
start
on
to
the
drop,
windshield because
I'm not at all going to be surprised. I'll tell you what concerns
I
me
did.
the
I
most
want to
here
go
is
into such
navigation.
giant hails.
As the temperature continues to drop, eventually all the salt treatments on the road will become ineffective. You know, once we get to 20 degrees
this road's gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean, I was
fun.
looking at the temperatures now. To your point, we're supposed to drop into the single digits tonight in Nashville. And remembering people don't have power, and that's what's just so scary, right? To not have power and the ability to get your home. But in terms of the temperatures after tonight, we stay in the teens on Monday. And anything that is under the sun that is able to just.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say it opens up out here, so I
mean, I'm looking at the
guarantee
trees now.
that it's about to
It's
get
kind of like
rough.
being a frogger.
Right on the roadway.
Yeah. I mean,
Guys, we got 9,400 people in here. Let's
I was making earlier that about how heavy, really heavy, even just a quarter-inch of ice is. Just taking these trees out and power lines.
And I think, Nick, when you're looking at an ice storm like this, one of the elements that some ice storms bring is a significant wind. I don't necessarily notice winds being all that strong. This is just the wind of the
I was
ice.
just checking that. You're right. A wind out of the southeast, but light around 5 miles per hour.
not too long ago. That might be a saving grace.
We've
Seems like it's doing good, but I'm riding a roll straight so much.
So the wind, we haven't really been in any major wind tunnels or wind corridors. So I guess that's a relief though, right? That's one of the things we haven't actually been caught by too badly, at least just for us. Not having to contest
I think it's not seeing cars on the road, which is it's really nice. Appreciate you guys bringing these looks. I mean, you got four-wheel drive. The Beast is a super-powered, well-armored vehicle. But even for you guys, I'm wondering, what is the plan then? How are you feeling on the road? I guess we have John that's driving. How's John feeling?
I was going to say, I feel great. John's driving. Are you feeling John? Big thumbs up for John. John right over here. 2 thumbs up. Only a single thumbs up. Other hand firmly on the wheel.
Okay, yeah.
It's fascinating to even look at the tire tracks. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to get too in the weeds, but certainly on the opposite side, farther away from those trees that most people have been driving. But yeah, to Marissa's point, there's not a lot of people that are hanging out. We're glad that we're getting these perspectives. I'm telling you, when it comes to a winter storm, this is the most sinister part.
Yeah,
of
this is better.
Any winter storm, it's the freezing rain potential, and seeing how the things have set up right over Nashville, just not ideal. Would you say that this is the worst that you've seen? I know you had mentioned, Nick, that you guys were in Clarksville yesterday.
Robert, Lincoln, John, 643.
I think, just in terms of how scary it is
Good luck, guys.
for all of
Yes,
the
get out there.
houses, businesses,
New MD
traffic
says heavier bands of snowfall rates
definitely
over.
eerier today to move through. I mean, I don't know how familiar you are with the southern restaurant chain Waffle House. Even the Waffle Houses are closed. So everybody who's in the southeast is like, oh, even the Waffle Houses are closed. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, I know. We've had a couple of correspondents out there. One of them who is holed up in Tulsa. And I think at one point the Waffle House was open. I don't even know if it still is, but yeah, it's always a great barometer in terms of if it's okay to get out.
For Farm, thank you for your super chat. Will do. It's funny, Brandon. These freaking
And it becomes a problem,
roads right here are better than the
After,
interstates.
hopefully people are well stocked up. We really appreciate that perspective, guys, right? As we watch everything unfold in Nashville, Tennessee. We have John Bright, Nick Bills joining us out of the Fox Weather Beast. Stay safe, guys, and stay warm.
I'd rather drive on this than freaking on interstate.
33, 34 degrees, balmy.
Look at that tree.
That's the thing that Nick said. We'll take those types of temperatures. That's a
Or
smart.
Columbus, or whatever I
Some of the
meant to
bigger
say.
trees we
I
saw
don't
that
even know
got
what I
taken
meant to
out.
say.
Okay, we want to take it out of Nashville, and we want to take it further into the northeast, into another city called our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Look at 16 degrees.
Yeah, we got the flag in the front lawn, the flag on the south lawn. So we're looking at
Rest in peace, Freddie.
and Hurricane Bird has been there this morning. Katie, I know it's cold. Still dealing with sleet. Are you noticing anything with freezing rain? I'm worried about that mid-level warm nose that's going to try to work into our nation's capital.
Cliff Ridge Parkway. Station 21, District 2, NBAS, no, 31, Cliffside
Sound
Ridge
alert.
Parkway.
Type. Commands for different
Station 21,
commands.
District 2, NBAS, no, 3 blocks, Cliffside Ridge Parkway. Corio Ridgeway, Fireman.
point. Well, you're going to stay in a hotel because of the rough conditions?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like a good old ice.
So it'll be a short walk.
How would you describe it out here?
It's
Storm.
windy, it's cold, and the snow definitely feels like it's exfoliating your skin right now. So it's cold.
I know. Talk more about the consistency of what it feels like when you're facing that.
It hurts. So you definitely want to face away from the snow because it's coming down pretty hard.
Great insight, Michelle. Thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to be keeping everyone posted today on Fox Weather and across all Fox platforms on these changing conditions, which seem to change every hour or so. But for now, it continues to be pellets of ice, sharp pitch prickling your face, guys.
I mean, if it's exfoliating, then Katie, your face has got to be as smooth as a baby's bottom this morning. You're a trooper.
It's not the way to do it.
No.
There are many other methods that don't require standing in temperatures in the teens. Thank you, Katie. Thanks for bringing us that shot. We'll be waiting on that pre-sale.
Heavy bandy here.
So, we're looking in
Sounds like it's time to
Starting
go.
with
continue to track
Parkway.
this sprawling
Okay,
winter
off
storm.
roadway.
A lot of trees and a lot of people without power in Davidson County in Nashville this morning. We're also going to take you into Kentucky, the bluegrass state, just north of Tennessee. The mayor of Louisville is going to join us.
Even higher totals, Columbus, Indiana. But yeah, we are just
And then Lane, the Demolisher. What a storm. So got 9,000 guys.
peak is about to go down here, Connor. It shows Ryan's going live in 15 or 5 minutes.
Today, it didn't. When just one of them was live, it didn't really hurt me that much. But the moment both of them were live, it was just straight.
The biggest names in all in Florida. Well, here we go. Tidal on 5. Area 5 is streaming now, and Fox Nation is its home.
Surprised. I was not expecting that. We have some reporters there on scene.
We're literally being poisoned by what we put into our bodies on a daily basis. I'm Jillian Michaels, and this is Toxic.
NAD Plus means something different to everyone. For some, it's staying sharp. No crash, just steady focus. For parents,
TX, thank you for the super chat.
keeping up with the crazy,
It's going to linger.
or fueling the
There,
recover faster and feel stronger. And for those redefining limits, it means moving with ease and staying nimble. NAD Plus helps keep your cells running, so life stays vibrant, active, and fully yours.
So what's it like being Dr. McCork when?
This town's ridiculous.
Best medicine
up there
is
by
the most
Central
charming
Ohio,
show
but at
of
least
the
for
year.
Indiana,
You can watch it anytime.
Kentucky, I think maybe Southwest Ohio, the
Best
heavy
medicine is
stuff.
all new Tuesdays on Fox, or watch anytime. If your flow doesn't go like it used to, if it's pee o'clock, again, it could be an enlarged prostate blocking the way. The Urolift system is a minimally invasive, non-destructive treatment for men 45 and over. That simply removes the problem. Ask your urologist about the Urolift system. Most common side effects are temporary and can include discomfort with urinating, urgency, inability to control the urge, pelvic pains, and blood in the urine. Rare side effects, including bleeding and infection, may lead to a serious outcome and may require intervention. The Urolift system, for rapid symptom relief.
That the MD says the heaviest chronogenesis in the snowfall race through noon, from about southwest of Indy all the way through like Pittsburgh. Dead.
Oxford, Mississippi.
Chat,
Located
Freddie
in
is not
northwest
dead.
Mississippi, one of the many cities
Freddie.
dealing with the significant ice threat associated with this.
Freddie's not dead,
Just
Chat.
taking a look from the sky, Boonville, Mississippi. We have an ice storm warning, which includes the city of Oxford, through this evening. And then as that moisture moves out, the cold moves in. An extreme cold warning also lasting until Tuesday.
And moving into Studio W, so to speak, the mayor of Oxford, Mississippi, we have Robin Tannehill joining us. Mayor, appreciate you sharing some time with us. What a challenging day it's been, I guess, in the past 24 hours, watching everything but really getting into today with that ice threat. You spoke to Stephen Morgan.
Good old
Friday,
getting
right?
stuck going into the gas station.
This storm and how the city was going to be getting ready. How did that prep go, and how are you faring this morning?
Well, I'm not sure there was any way to prepare for what we've experienced over the past 12 hours. Yesterday was a huge success. We had put out 6,000 gallons of brine. All of the equipment that we had put in place worked. We were able to clear roads effectively. Unfortunately, last night at about 11 o'clock, once the trees started to freeze and branches started to fall, about 11 last night, we started having power outages, and by 2:30 this morning, 11 of our 16
the amount of freaking Teslas
are down. More than 8,000
push out in the snow is
without power right now, and it really looks like a tornado has gone through town. We've got trees down over roads, through houses, on cars. It has dealt us a pretty devastating blow. But you know, when you get dealt a hard blow, you get up and you do give it all you've got, and that's what our teams are doing right now. We've got folks that are clearing roads so that we can get emergency vehicles, access to the hospital, which is of course our first priority, and then we will start trying to restore power.
That's the challenging thing here too, because with the ice storm, Mayor, that we've seen already play out, we're seeing that shift now into Middle Tennessee with Nashville under the threat. You've got cold air that's going to move in behind it. On Friday when we spoke, we talked about some of those warming shelters, police stations that's open. Are those still available for people that need to get to them if they are without power?
Absolutely. Those are all available for immediate needs right now, and we are putting plans in place as we speak to open some larger warming stations all over town. We're coordinating volunteers right now in spaces. You know, we're going to meet our citizens where they need us. And, you know, for starters, that is a warm place for you and your family to be. So that's our top priority.
Yeah, it's tough when you see the temperatures could dip below zero as we get into Monday night. So a prolonged cold. When it comes to getting the power back on, that's always a challenge, right? Because the ice can weigh down these power lines. What has been the messaging in terms of maybe when it could come back on with the utility company and even their ability to get back out there and start to service those needs?
Well, I'm not sure that I can give a time frame at this point. What we've got right now are 3 city crews and 5 contractor crews that are driving all of our circuits, identifying what infrastructure has to be replaced, what trees have to be moved for us to get there to restore those circuits. So that's step 1 is this assessment. Step 2 is for all of our street guys to get out there and get these trees moved so that we can get our trucks to these circuits to be able to restore them. This is not going to be a quick fix. As I said, it looks like a tornado has gone through the entire town. It's going to take a minute, but we'll get there. Oxford's a community that rallies and really steps up and takes care of each other in challenges, and that won't be any different for this storm.
It's a small town, despite being one of the largest cities in Mississippi. It's among the top 20 largest cities. But Mayor, one of the things that gives Oxford such a nice, hospitable feel, I would imagine, is the college, Ole Miss. What's the status of the college? I believe shortly after we spoke, the college called classes. They canceled classes for Monday, if I understood that correctly. Now with the power being such a problem, do you have any insight into what's going to be happening there at Ole Miss?
I don't. It will depend on when we can restore power to different people. Obviously, you know, we are really just asking people to shelter in place right now. We've got power lines down that, you know, we're encouraging people to assume that every line that you see that's down is live. So right now, our number 1 goal is how do we keep people safe? How do we get roads cleared for emergency vehicles? How do we keep people warm? And, you know, then restoration will begin, but we've got some steps before we can even get there.
Yeah, we're looking at the future radar to your left, and still that risk for some freeze increasing even as we get further into the morning, and then it's just about the cold. So best of luck to you and to your community.
Thank you.
I know you mentioned you're still in the assessment, so really driving home, we're still in it, and we still have a long way to go. But best of luck. Stay safe, stay warm. Mayor of Oxford, Mississippi, Robin Tannehill, thank you.
We want to head elsewhere now, where this winter storm is not being kind. Augusta, Georgia, you see what we're dealing with there. Athens, Georgia as well. The Carolinas also dealing with some significant icing. Fox News reporter Oliviana Calmes is joining us from Charlotte. And Oliviana, when we're dealing with the type of precip that this storm has featured
Sound
in the
alerts.
Carolinas, it truly is a mixed
Type.
bag.
Commands
A little
for
bit of
different
snow,
commands.
But in large part, it's been.
How familiar you are with the southern restaurant chain Waffle House? Even the Waffle Houses are closed. So everybody who's in the southeast is like, oh, even the Waffle Houses are closed. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, I know. We've had a couple of correspondents out there. One of them who is holed up in Tulsa, and I think at one point the Waffle House was open. I don't even know if it still is, but yeah, it's always a great barometer in terms of if it's okay to get out.
We tried to go to Waffle House this morning. It's like, if there's one place we can count on, Waffle House will definitely be open. Oh, this is very serious. The Waffle House is closed.
And it becomes a problem, right? People don't have power. That could be, hopefully people are well stocked up. We really appreciate that perspective, guys, right? As we watch everything unfold in Nashville, Tennessee. We have John Bright, Nick Bills joining us out of the Fox Weather Beast. Stay safe, guys, and stay warm.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Steven.
All right, yeah, 33, 34 degrees, balmy.
Look at that tree.
As Nick said, we'll take those types of temperatures. That's a split.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger trees we saw that got taken out. Okay, we want to take it further into the northeast, into another city we all know very well, our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. A look at 16 degrees at the White House this morning.
Yeah, we got the flag in the front lawn, the flag on the south lawn. So we're looking at the precip type. That's the big question.
Yeah.
And our Katie Byrne has been there this morning. Katie, I know it's cold. Still dealing with sleet. Are you noticing anything with freezing rain? I'm worried about that mid-level warm nose that's going to try to work into our nation's capital.
No freezing rain just yet. We're still in the sleet, so it's very uncomfortable to stand in. You've got these shards of glass, essentially, what it feels like hitting you in the face. But some people are starting to venture out. It seems like now that we are into the day, the sun's been up for a while. Across the way, you're going to see those are staircases typically that lead you towards the Capitol. There are some families now sledding on them, but some people are also heading home from work. Like Michelle, who we just met walking by. She actually works for Fox, helps on the hair and makeup team, but you have to get home at this point. Well, you're going to stay in a hotel because of the rough conditions?
Yes, I'm right around the corner, so it'll be a short walk.
How would you describe it out here?
It's windy, it's cold, and the snow definitely feels like it's exfoliating your skin right now, so it's cold.
I know. Talk more about the consistency of what it feels like when you're facing that.
It hurts, so you definitely want to face away from the snow because it's coming down pretty hard.
Great insight, Michelle. Thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to be keeping everyone posted today on Fox Weather and across all Fox platforms on these changing conditions, which seem to change every hour or so. But for now, it continues to be pellets of ice, sharp pitch prickling your face, guys.
I mean, if it's exfoliating, then Katie, your face has got to be as smooth as a baby's bottom this morning. You're a trooper.
It's not the way to do it.
No.
There are many other methods that don't require standing in temperatures in the teens. Thank you, Katie. Thanks for bringing us that shot. We've been waiting on that preset to possibly change. So, looking in Nashville, we're live in D.C. as we continue to track this sprawling winter storm. A lot of trees and a lot of people without power in Davidson County in Nashville this morning. We're also going to take you into Kentucky, the blue.
With maybe even honestly more than that, we're going to be dealing with the buildup that could continue, and then we have the cold weather that'll be stuck in place. So we're not getting any melting. So waiting for that melt, we have some time. We have some time. You look at some of the temperatures that are falling as a result. If you go just off to the north into Cairo, we have 14 degrees there. So temperatures will continue to fall. Memphis already at 14, Nashville at 33, so just above freezing. But again, those are going to continue to fall as we get into tonight.
I hate to say it, because we've got that Arctic air, which is knocking on the door. And the airport temperature, B&A, Nashville, is down to 32 degrees again. It was up to 34, had a little bit of warming. And that fluctuation in temperature, I mean, that temperature makes all the difference. Yeah. We know water freezes at 32. So you deal with a temperature like that at the airport. You got other areas that are probably at or a little bit below, maybe a little bit above. But we need that moisture to turn off because that cold air is moving in.
We need some drier air to help eat up some of that moisture. I mean, look at the temperatures. Tomorrow morning you wake up, you're in the low teens, maybe the middle teens. But that is well below freezing. And the other thing to keep in mind is it's going to be tough for those utility crews to get out there to make those repairs. They still have to assess, as we heard from the mayor out of Oxford, Mississippi. You still have to assess the damage before you even know what to fix. So ice, Nashville, even into the neighboring suburbs, all the way down towards Murfreesboro, into Columbia, into Dixon. You'd have to go far off to the north and to the west to find some of that snow.
It resonated when the mayor of Oxford mentioned that it looks like a tornado moved through northern Mississippi. I mean, familiar with severe weather, and you get ice storms like this, and those branches way down. We're showing you video, I think this is from last night in Oxford, and those trees coated in just that ice. So concerning. Oh, it was after midnight. It was early this morning, and you see those transformers blowing. I mean, that's what Nashville is continuing with now. It's significant ice accretion, and it's ongoing.
0.8 of an inch of ice accretion. It is so heavy. Yeah.
Keep it here. Fox Weather is your Winter Storm HQ. We have 24/7 coverage of what's been now the strongest winter storm of the season so far, and it's going to continue to crank, especially in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
The poverty is unimaginable.